Welcome back to the cryptowrld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now Solana is bouncing from this important level of support here in the short term, while Ethereum is now forming a new bearish divergence, which we need to pay attention to, while XRP is also forming a new pattern here in the short term, getting closer towards its next major move, while the price of Cardano is currently holding above the most important Fibonacci area here in the short term. So I'll be talking about all of that and more later in the video, so definitely watch to the end. First of all, starting off on the weekly Ethereum chart, and right now the price of ETH is technically still bullish here on the larger time frames because we're still holding above this massive bullish trend line of support, which is still sitting at approximately 2.4k, getting close to 2,500. And of course, here on the larger time frames, we're seeing bullish price structure playing out a bull run despite short-term pullbacks. And if we're taking a look at this 3-day Ethereum chart, right now the price of ETH is still holding above around 3.2k, which is good news on this 3-day time frame. But with that being said, we are now coming in for another retest of this level, potentially testing it again as new support. So for the bulls out there, we need to hold above around 3.2k in order to remain bullish on this 3-day time frame, because if we break back below 3.2k, that could potentially become new resistance again. And so in that case, if we break back below around 3.2k approximately, we'd likely see a move back down towards close to $3,000 as the next important support. And as for resistance to watch out for right now, we still have a lot of resistance at around 3,500 approximately. And then above that, we have more resistance in between around 3.9k to 4k. And if we're taking a look at the daily Ethereum chart, of course, we're seeing yet another perfect rejection from this area of resistance that I've already been warning about over and over again here on the channel since before this first rejection right here. And this area of resistance on the daily time frame is sitting in between around 34.30 to 35.60. So in that range, as I've been saying here on the channel, expect the price to struggle in that area. There's a lot of sellers in that area. And not only is the price of ETH rejecting from resistance, we're also forming and possibly about to confirm a new bearish divergence on the daily time frame, because we've already confirmed higher highs in the price of ETH in the candle closes on the daily chart, but we're still yet to actually technically confirm the lower high in place in the RSI, which is currently forming, but still needs to be confirmed with at least this daily candle close confirming in the red. So in around 5 hours from now, at the time of recording this video, we have this next daily candle close actually confirming. And so as long as this is in the red in around 5 hours from now, then that will confirm this bearish divergence right here, which could likely result in a further pullback or at least some choppy sideways price action. So basically don't expect a lot of bullish price action for at least a number of days, possibly even 1 or 2 weeks, while the price is in this sideways price range. And so that's why I've been saying recently here on the channel that in order to flip much more bullish again on Ethereum, at least in the short term here, expecting another major short-term pump, we first need to see a confirmed breakout above this area of resistance, because while the price is still below this area, that's still a major obstacle that is holding down the price of ETH, at least here in the short term. And so in the coming days or weeks, at the moment, we're looking relatively neutral if we're talking about this sideways price range, but potentially just for the next few days, we might see a little bit more of a pullback here. So keep that in mind. Once again, we do have support at around 3.2k approximately where we could possibly bounce from. But if we break back below 3.2k, we have a lot of support down here in between $3,000 to $30.50. But with that being said, taking a look at Solana on the 6-hour time frame, and over the last 1 day, obviously we broke below this level of support, which was sitting at approximately $232. And like I said in my last few videos here on the channel, if we break below 232, expect to move down towards 222, and then expect some support around that level. And over the last 1 day, that's exactly what we saw. As soon as the price broke below 232, we dropped exactly to 222, and at least as of recording this video, that is exactly to the nearest dollar, exactly where the price of Solana bounced from as expected. And so for now, 222 is still the support to pay attention to. But if we actually break back below 222, then in that case, expect a move down towards below 210, most likely down towards around 205 as the next major support if we first break below 222. But for now, 222 is the support to pay attention to. And as for resistance, of course, we now have these previous levels of support currently acting as new resistance. First of all, 232 acting as resistance, but if we see a breakout back above 232, at least in the short term, obviously that'll be a short-term bullish signal, likely pointing towards around 246 as another point of resistance. And then of course we have strong resistance at around 260 approximately. And the price of Solana will also somewhat follow the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum. So for example, if Bitcoin and Ethereum are pulling back, it's likely Solana will also pull back. Or if Bitcoin and Ethereum have a major bounce, it's likely that Solana will also play out a major bounce. So pay attention to what Bitcoin and Ethereum are doing for a good idea on what Solana will likely do as well. And if we're zooming out on the Solana chart, looking at the 2-day time frame, technically speaking, we still have this 1618 Fibonacci extension as a major price target and point of resistance at around $313. But obviously between now and then, like I've been saying here on the channel, we have strong resistance and we first need to see a confirmed breakout into all-time highs. Technically, we recently hit a new all-time high above 260, but with that being said, we did not really confirm that breakout with multiple candle closes above 260. So for now, 260 is still strong resistance. And of course, we still have these short-term levels of resistance between the current price of Solana and that major price target at 313. But if we're looking at the technical price structure on the larger time frames, we're still currently within a larger bullish trend, technically speaking, because if we're looking at the lows and the highs, we're seeing higher lows and higher highs, which is the definition of a bullish trend, despite short-term pullbacks. Once again, we can see short-term pullbacks from time to time during a larger bullish trend. So that is currently what we're seeing. We're short-term bearish, long-term bullish, at least as of right now, that's the current situation. And if you want to trade these moves in the price of any crypto, even if the price is bearish, we can use short positions to make money even on the way down. And personally, I take most of my trades over on Bybit, so I'll make sure to leave a link to Bybit down below this video in the description and in the pinned comment. And if you use that link below this video to make your Bybit account and deposit on that account, then you can get up to a $30,000 deposit bonus, but only if you use that link down below this video. And also, if you use that link, it'll take you to this page right here, which is a 500 USDT position airdrop. So basically a free $500 trade as your first trade over on Bybit, but that's only available if you use the link below this video to make your Bybit account and deposit on that account. But for whatever reason, if you cannot access Bybit or if you cannot KYC on Bybit, there's also Bitfinex, which is another crypto exchange similar to Bybit, but you don't need KYC for Bitfinex, which means if you're in the US or the UK, for example, or another country where you might not be able to access Bybit, you can access Bitfinex. So I'll also leave a link to Bitfinex below this video, and if you use that link to make your account, you can get up to a 5.5k deposit bonus, and only if you use that link, you can get an exclusive 10% discount on all trading fees on the Bitfinex exchange forever, but that's only available if you use the link below this video to make your Bitfinex account. So as another option out there other than Bybit, one that you can access from the US, once again, there's Bitfinex, links down below if you want to claim those extra bonuses. But with that being said, taking a look at XRP, which is still one of the top suggested altcoins in the comment section below these videos. And right now the price of XRP is currently coming in for a retesting this previous 78.6% Fibonacci level of resistance, currently acting as new support, which is sitting at approximately $1.30. And as I've said recently here on the channel over the last few days, we should expect a lot of support in between around $1.25 to $1.30. So in that price range, expect strong support. And at least for now, as I've recorded in this video, we're currently bouncing from that area. And now if XRP were to see a confirmed break to the downside below around 125 with candle closes on the larger time frames below this area on the price chart, then in that case, we could possibly see a move all the way back down towards this golden pocket, sitting in between around 94 cents to $1. So basically a move down towards around $1, but only if we break below around $1.25 to $1.30, which for now is currently acting as strong support. And obviously, as I always say, despite short-term pullbacks, if we're looking at the big picture here, technically speaking, we're still clearly looking bullish on these larger time frames. And if we're taking a look at the shorter term on the 2-hour time frame, right now the price of XRP is potentially forming a new symmetrical triangle pattern, also known as a horizontal triangle pattern, with this ascending line of support sitting at approximately $1.33 and this descending line of resistance sitting at approximately $1.48. And now, personally, I'd like to see another low actually form and confirm here before actually really confirming the formation phase of this pattern, because as of right now, we only really have 2 touch points along this lower line of support right here, whereas we have multiple touch points along this line of resistance. So we can be confident in this line of resistance right here, but not super confident in this line of support. And so, for example, if we see a move like this, for example, and then a bounce just below this line of support, in that case, we may be forming more of a horizontal line of support, and we can be more confident in that level because we'd have more touch points. Or, for example, if we come back down and actually bounce right around this line of support right here to confirm these higher lows, then we can be more confident in this ascending line of support and this horizontal triangle pattern. And so personally, I'd like to first see at least one other touch point along this line of support before starting to look towards a potential trading strategy when it comes to this pattern right here. But with that being said, if we actually confirm this line of support right here with another touch point, for example, confirming the formation phase for this symmetrical triangle pattern, in that case, if we see a confirmed breakout to the upside above that line of resistance, then in that case, that would set up a short-term price target at around $1.77. And if we see a confirmed break below that line of support, then that will set up a short-term price target at around $1.10. And so either way, from the point of the break to the price target, we're talking about a potential 17 to 18% move, which could be a trading opportunity we could take. But once again, personally, I would like to look for another touch point along this line of support to be more confident in this pattern right here. But either way, if we're looking at other points of support based on the Fibonacci retracement tool on the 1 hour time frame, right now we are currently finding a lot of support around this short-term golden pocket area of support, sitting in between around $1.28 to $1.30, which is right where I've been saying on these larger time frames, expect a lot of support basically right around $1.30, and just underneath $1.30, we have a lot of support right there. But if we see a break back below $1.28 here on the 1 hour time frame with candle closes below that level, in that case, expect to move down towards this short-term 78.6% Fibonacci level of support, which is sitting at around $1.21. And if we break back below that level, expect to move down towards around $1.10, essentially this short-term bearish price target. And so for now, when it comes to this pattern right here, we're simply waiting for more confirmation. And obviously for now, we're still holding above this key level of support on the chart, which is something to pay attention to. But if we break back below that area, then we could potentially trade a move down towards some of these lower levels. And with that being said, taking a look at the price of Cardano, which is still one of the top suggested altcoins in the comment section below these videos, looking at the weekly time frame, we're continuing to see a major rejection from this all-important golden pocket area of resistance, still sitting in between around $1.13 to $1.23 approximately. So as I said, even before we hit that level here on the channel, obviously expect a lot of resistance around this golden pocket. That's the most important area on the price chart when it comes to the Fibonacci retracement tool. And so right now, the price of Cardano is coming in for a retest of this previous 50% retracement level, which was previous resistance and should now be acting as new support. And this is sitting at approximately 82 cents to 83 cents. So that could be coming soon. Once again, at around 82 to 83 cents, expect some support around that level. And if we actually eventually see a breakout above this golden pocket, so breaking out above $1.12 to $1.23, give or take, then in that case, we could see a move up towards around $1.76, but only once we confirm a breakout above the golden pocket, which for now obviously has not happened. And if we're taking a look at the shorter term on the 1 hour time frame, the price of Cardano is in a descending parallel channel, which is technically a short-term bearish trend. So the larger trend is technically still bullish, as we could see, higher lows, higher highs. Technically, we're still in a larger bull run, but in the short term, just on the 1 hour time frame, we're currently in a short-term bearish trend. And if we're taking a look at some levels of support to pay attention to, just on the 1 hour time frame, only the short term here, we do have this short term golden pocket area of support sitting in between around 88 cents to 89 cents, which at the time of recording this video, we're currently testing that level. So by the time you're watching this video, we might have already broken below this level potentially, because we're testing that right now. But if we break back below around 88 cents, in that case, we have this short term 78.6% Fibonacci level of support sitting at around 83 cents approximately. And if we break that level, then we'll likely head down towards around 76 to 77 cents for another point of support. And as for short-term resistance, we do have some confirmed resistance right here, and also based on previous support acting as new resistance, sitting at around 94 cents. And above that, we have more resistance at around 98.7 cents, and more resistance closer towards around $1.05 to $1.07. And once again, if you want to trade these moves in the price of any crypto, check out those links down below this video to claim those extra bonuses. And if you want to actually know how to trade crypto, no matter if the price is bullish, bearish, or chopping around sideways, then make sure to watch these videos popping up right here on your screen. The video in the top left shows you how you can profit from bullish or bearish price action using long positions or short positions. And the video in the bottom left shows you how you can easily profit from choppy sideways price action. But anyway, that is everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.